welcome back to another episode of Untches for Lunches. Whoa! I'm your host Kyle Untch, and today we're going to cook a bistecca alla Fiorentina. It's fun to say, right? I call it a towering T-bone. That would be the American way to put it. This thing is a 4.5 pound T-bone. Not a Porterhouse, because you can see it has a tiny fillet. Basically what this is a strip steak and a fillet, a small fillet, connected by the T-bone, okay? This is off the short loin, and basically you cut like a 3-4 incher, you can do a 2, you know, like a 2.5 pounder, but the idea is that you have basically a T-bone roast, okay? So what I'm going to do here real quick to prep this thing is trim this fat a little bit, just all the way down, kind of cut off that tendon. This is going to be super tough, okay? And then we're going to score it. Then we're going to season it. Here I have a rub. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what the rub is. Just kidding, I'll tell you what it is. I gotta tell you what it is. It's easy. It's probably what everybody would use, except for maybe the Bearded Butcher seasoning. And if you're from Ohio, this will interest you. These guys are out of Ohio, Creston, Ohio. They're called the Bearded Butchers, White Feather Meats. But anyway, I use their chipotle rub. Onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, salt, sea salt, if you will, and pepper. And a little life hack, with the sea salt, what I do is just, if you have the grindable kind, you have those big granules in there, I just take the top off. You know, whatever. Alright, now we're going to season this bad boy. You want to season heavily. So we can talk about this for a second. You want to really heavily season this piece of meat. It's 4.5 pounds, okay? It's a lot of meat. So it doesn't hurt to overdo it with it. Because you're going to cook this thing for a decent amount of time on the grill. It's going to take a minute to penetrate fully. That's what she said. Oh yeah. Just all sides. All sides. Heavy coating. Heavy coating. Generous amount of seasonings. And I never specify how much I use in my rubs. It doesn't matter. You can eyeball it. You're basically just putting a shit ton of seasoning on it. And then all the excess on the table. Mess it up. There you go. And what I forgot to mention too, it's very important to let it get to room temperature. I already did this. I did this prior to seasoning it. Some people, they season it and then they let it get to room temperature. That would probably be the better option. But tonight was a little backwards. Either way, this is going to be unbelievable. I have the grill heating up right now. So let's get to it. Let's throw this bad boy on the grill. I got this thing up to 550, okay? 550. I think it's as high as it'll get. Smack it on. We're going to sear it. So you really push down on it to get that connection. About 4 minutes here. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a flip again. Ooh. Look at that. Sorry to get the diamonds a little bit there. Ooh. Look at that fat. This is crisping up so good. But yeah, 4 minutes. We're gonna do 4 minutes on this side, and then of course tip it straight up on its bone. Turn the temperature basically all the way down till it gets to like 250. And then just slow cook it basically until the internal temperature is about 120, and then let it rest 5-10 minutes and she'll be ready to go. Get her straight up here. More center so the grill doesn't hit it. Turn the temperature all the way down. All the way down. Low. Low. since I've tipped it up on end, it's been about 10 minutes. I took the temperature and it's right around 70 in the fillet, right around 65, 69, 70-ish in the middle of the strip. So, you know, it's got a long time here. I don't want to, you know, lose too much of this heat, but I'll show you real quick what she's looking like. The grill is tapered down to 350 with all the dials turned to completely low, and it's just doing its thing. And again, I'm gonna turn it around and switch it over on the grill, you know, from this side to this side, just to make sure it's even. Tip it around, but yeah, it's looking good. About 35 minutes now since I've tipped it up on its side. I've been trying to maintain the temperature between 250 and 300 degrees. I actually just turned the right side of the grill off, and as you can see, I'm kind of teetering it back and forth, leaving these two burners on to control the temperature. So we're going to go ahead, see where she's at. 105, it's rising. It's going slow though, so we'll call it like 110. Oh, we got 109 down there, so at the dead center, it drops down. Alright, it's been exactly an hour and 10 minutes since we started grilling. It was about 4 minutes per side on the sear, if you remember, then about 50 minutes of cook time, and then about 10 minutes of rest time. The internal temperature was about 115 degrees on the dead center of the strip steak. I'm hoping that jacked up a little bit, but up top and at the bottom here, and the fillet is probably a little bit more done, it was like 125. So, you know, as you guys know, you let it rest, it keeps cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing off the bone. What you want to do is find the center, the T-bone, literally right there, and then you just run your knife down pretty much along the bone. And then anything you miss, you can just get it later. You just knock right off the bone. Come out. Get that. Nice. We'll make some cuts here actually to show you guys what the center looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. It's very nice looking. Oh, that's perfect. Especially right down in there. I mean, that's like perfect rare. That's like prime rib. Perfect. So tender. See what the fillet looks like. Same thing. Go ahead and run your knife down one side of the bone. Oh, you can just feel how tender that is. This. Wow. Look at that. Look how you can just peel it apart there. Oh my gosh, that's going to be unbelievable. Make these thick cut. Go. There you have it, folks. Oh, I cannot wait to dig into this. That's magnificent. It's fall apart texture. All that seasoning that we smacked on there just is so present in that bite. It's fantastic. Wow. And it's nice to leave some fat on the strip too, so you can get some really delicate pieces like this that have a big chunk of fat on it. It makes it really tasty, but it will be chewy, so I'm going to cut a leaner piece off to try. Wow, that's a tender strip steak. Perfect medium rare. Oh yeah. Who is texting me? The strip steak is almost as tender as the fillet. which is unbelievable. A little bit more chewy, the strip steak always will be. The flavor is just so there. Perfect on this, unbelievable. Oh, 10 out of 10. It's the towering T-bone. You see how easy it is to cook. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe to Untch's for Lunches. Till next time, folks, I got a real good surprise for you coming up in about a week or two. So subscribe. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. And we'll see you next time.